What's up, fam? Welcome back to BOXR Gym, and today I got a special guest coming on here today to be able to teach you about Muay Thai. He's one of the head coaches of BOXR. He just came off a huge win, got his belt, Coach Will.
Best way to condition your shin is by kicking the back. Actually move him around using my forearms to do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna completely turn my body using my hips, and I'm gonna create a lot of power coming from my body. So what I just showed you was footwork and elbows, which are key fundamental parts of Muay Thai. Now, if you follow me, I'm gonna show you some of the knees. Now, knees are also extremely devastating and very deadly. If you throw it at the right place, where do you wanna aim? You wanna aim for the diaphragm, you wanna aim for the liver, you wanna aim for different shots that's gonna put your opponent down. Usually the knee is used a lot when you're in the clinch. Now, judges are looking for activity when you're in the clinch. If not, they will separate you and you're gonna have to work your way back in. So while you're in the clinch, you wanna throw as many knees as possible to your opponent, and hopefully one of those knees will put them down. Now, I'm gonna demonstrate how you throw a knee. Now, when you throw a knee, we're gonna go back to footwork. You always wanna have your heels up, like I was talking about, and when we're practicing throwing knees on the bag, I like to think a lot of jump rope. As you're jumping rope, you're just non-stop moving. You see how my feet are moving as I imitate jump roping, right? Same thing when we're throwing a knee. Now, a lot of times I tell my students, okay, I want you throwing 50. 1, 2, that's not the way you throw it. We're gonna have our heels up on the ball of our feet, all right? Now, when we throw the knee, we wanna take it out here and we wanna bring it in. You see how I use my hips to drive right in, okay? Now that drive is gonna really mess someone up. Now if I got someone in the clinch and I drive my knee in, it'll put them down. So we're gonna practice throwing a couple knees on the back. I'm gonna throw a few so you can see how it's done. Okay, ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, as I throw my knee, a lot of things that I've noticed that a lot of new people to Muay Thai do is that first they leave their foot like this. When you throw a knee, you gotta have your toes facing down. And you're gonna bring in your knee just like that. You're gonna use the hips to drive. It's all in the hips. Everything has to do with the hips. Boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, basically any sport, anything in your life, you're using your hips for everything. Really get them activated. I like to tell my students to exaggerate your hip movements. Hey, hey, hey. Why do I want you to exaggerate it? That way you can use it better in real life. In a fight, you want to really grab and you want to drive it right in, all right? So now I'm going to show you live action how I would in a fight. As I'm throwing the knees, I'm also pulling the bag in. It's the force of something coming in, plus your knee going in just like that, you meet in the middle, and it creates a very devastating pain for your opponent. Now we're gonna move over to this Vertex bag where we're gonna learn how to throw shin kicks, Muay Thai shin kicks. These are the #1 kicks in all of martial art. The most powerful kicks come from Muay Thai because we swing our legs like a baseball bat and we condition our legs like a baseball bat. Basically, we're hitting trees, we're hitting bags, and we like to hit the low part when we're training. What are we doing here? I'm gonna show you how to condition your shins, then I'm gonna show you how to throw a proper leg kick. If you can meet me on this side right over here. Okay, so first off, when we get into a bag and we wanna condition our shins to toughen our shins, I know a lot of times in movies and stuff like that, you see people conditioning their shins with maybe sticks. Now that's the worst way to condition your shin. The best way to condition your shin is by kicking the bag. Now, if you notice on the lower part of the bag, it's gonna be the toughest part, okay? That's where you wanna kick. Nice and light, little kicks. Just wanna tap. Get your leg used to that impact. Now when you start off and you're kicking hard, you're gonna damage yourself, then you're not gonna be able to train. So when we start off conditioning our shins, we're gonna throw little kicks. Little kicks. Notice how I'm turning my hip. As we were explaining with the knees, everything comes from the hip. I know it looks like I'm just throwing my legs, but the truth is it's my hips that's driving my legs. Notice how I'm throwing my hand down just like that. Look, without me throwing my leg. As soon as you go like this, look, you see how it already brings my leg out. Just throwing my hand this way. We swing it just like a baseball bat. Boom, same thing. Boom. This is your back. Okay? Notice how I turn my leg, my foot, it pivots just like that. We're turning it all together. It's like it's like dials on a mechanical watch. All the pieces work together. We're creating different power sources in our punch. In our kicks. Now the different power sources in our kick. Now first power source, just the kick. Now if I throw my hits in it, I have more power. The second dial in the watch. Oh. Now if I throw my hand down as I kick, I'm adding another power source into my kick. Oh. Now if I twist my hand just like that, now I'm adding another power source to the kick. That's another dial to the clock. Oh. And I'm adding even more power. Now what I want to do is I'm going to completely turn my body using my hips, and I'm going to create a lot of power coming from my body. And just off of that. Now these are different ways to put more power into your kicks, into your punches, into your knees. All our body is working together in unison to create one powerful force, which is the shin kick. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to just demonstrate in I'm going to demonstrate slowly, and then I'm going to pick it up and demonstrate live action. So first we're going to start off, we're going to throw a couple kicks. You see how I'm using my body, using my hips, bam, using my body, using my hips, really making it count, boom. You see how I'm throwing it? Really making it count. Now we're gonna throw a couple live action how I would. Whoa, bam, wow, bam, wow, bam, wow, bam. And that is how we throw the Muay Thai shin kicks. As we say in Thailand, Kap Ku Krap. This is Coach Will with BOXR Studios. Please make sure to give us a like and a share. And if there's a technique that you would like to know, please leave it at a comment section and we'll be sure to make a new video about it. This is Coach Will. As we say in Thailand, Kap Ku Krap. What is clinch? Clinch is basically stand-up wrestling. What am I doing? I'm trying to overpower my opponent to get to where I want. I want to disorientate him. I want to get him off balance. I want to get my shots in and not allow him to attack me back.
I am boxing. I rep that.